Hey, Elevated. I'm back to tackle this last hour of work and just share something interesting and then see what y'all think or how it applies to you. But again, Elevated, if you didn't hear me earlier, I hope things are going so much better for you today. For real, for real. Sending all the positivity and good vibes to you, sir. And truly hope they have turned all the way around for you. Wait, what is this thing doing? Oh, let me put up my poll. Let me not forget to put that up, so I don't have to keep asking during the live. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, there it is. Let me turn this volume down. Do that. Oh. Trying to wait on a few more people to come in so I can get started. Some things I just find truly, truly interesting. And it's something I think y'all might find interesting too, and then give you some insight maybe that you didn't think about before about yourself. Because it definitely did that for me. But for now, I'm just going to play a little music and wait on a few more people to join. And plus, my work kind of has stopped for the day. The stuff I need to do, I need to finish up. I'm waiting on other people, so I'm kind of at a stopping point. But anyway, I see 5 people. That's enough for me. Let me turn this down a little bit. But I don't know how I don't know. I've shared it before. I don't know if I've said it in a live or not, but I go to therapy like once a month. Hi Renee, welcome. Thank you for joining. And in this last session, when did I have a session? It was last Friday. It was a week ago. Hey Elsa, welcome. Thank you for joining. I hope it don't get too crazy, Elsa. Hi Dennis, welcome. Thank you for joining. No, I have not. But anyway, in my therapy session last Friday, she checks in with me, asking me questions, and she asked me, "Hi Tommy, welcome." You're very welcome, Melanin Mommy. That's a new one. I haven't heard that before. Are you in America, Tommy? Are you American? It sounds like you may be from maybe London or the UK using Mommy. But yes, thank you. But anyway, she checks in with me, asks me, mentally, physically, spiritually, with my health, and whatever I, mention where I'm struggling, then she'll kind of dive deeper into that. And this time I told her about me struggling with cravings and food and stuff again. I was better than the last time I talked to her, but I was telling her I was still dealing with that. Hey Mavis, welcome. Nice, from South Africa. Love it. What time is it over there, Mavis? Hey Doc, welcome. Thank you for joining. No, I'm in the USA, but originally I'm from Russia. Okay. I I don't know. I just kind of picked up that you were international from you using the word mommy. But anyway, I was telling her I was still, cravings, emotional eating, sugar, carbs. And she told me that meant that I was craving love. Time is 23:07. Okay, it's almost midnight there, Mavis. And sitting and thinking about it, she was completely right. But I've been like that all my life, but I never correlated the two things. And then thinking about everybody else in my life and family, like we all have issues with sugar. So I found that really, really interesting. So do y'all have what are y'all's major cravings? Hey Trisha, welcome. Thank you for joining Emotions. Yes. And I pulled up something online to give a little bit more in-depth of what the different type of cravings that you have mean, like the really strong ones. But I was just like, she is 100% right. I love good energy. I love good vibes. I like high vibes. I don't like contention. I don't like confronting people. I don't like arguing. I just want it to be rainbows and unicorns all the time with everybody, whoever I'm interacting with, especially in relationships. Yes, I did a video on that one on my, okay. Huh. So, okay, y'all, what's y'all strongest craving? Sweet, salty, spicy, crunchy, starches, cheese. Hey, Sam, welcome. Thank you for joining. Welcome from London. Yes, love that. Thank you. But yeah, and then I told her, I said, well, sometimes I'll go to salty. And to be honest, y'all, I forgot the word she used for salty. But I was like, I kind of agree with that one, but my main one is sugar. Hey, Daniel, welcome. Thank you for joining. Happy Friday. Spicy food my mom's cooking and crisps. Okay, so Sam, let me tell you. Listen, this is just what happened today. I started out with the hat earlier, and then I saw this dress, and it was loose and comfortable, so I changed into this, and it just happened to match up. My whole entire office is pretty much pink though, so don't be disappointed, Jimmy. It's a lot of pink in my life. Even my even my little fan here is pink. So yeah, I love pink. Hey Ken, sugar daddy. Me or what? You saying I look like a sugar daddy? Help me be clear, because I don't want to take that the wrong way, because I'm not sure what that means. But anyway, I'm gonna move y'all over here so I can read the screen a little better. Hey Stash, welcome. Thank you for joining. We talking about cravings and the psychological emotion tied to your cravings. And I was telling them, I told my therapist that mine was sugar, and she told me I crave sugar because I crave love. And she's 100% right. That is me all day, every day. Like I like love, especially in relationships. And I just like to have a positive, loving environment around me all the time. And I like to try to exude that as well. And some things have changed and I be moody sometimes, but when I am, I just isolate. But let me tell y'all what this website says about, somebody says spicy. Color equals mood, just saying. I'm feeling bright and sunshiny today. I woke up to a weight I haven't seen since sometime last year. So I'm in a really, really good sunshiny mood today. So you are exactly right, Jimmy. Well, Mr. Gollum, I mean, that's rude. Now I'm not going to I'm going to delete that one. Mr. Gollum, if you're gonna be in here, you got to act right, okay? You got to be respectful. If you can't be respectful, then I'm not gonna allow you to stay, okay? Just keep that in mind. I just talked about love and how I like a loving environment and mood and atmosphere and all that, okay? If you can't get with that, it's fine. Please do continue to scroll. It is okay. Go find your people who want to talk about what you want to talk about. Okay, so I think, let me see who says spicy. Sam, welcome. He says spicy. Spicy food. It says those who like spicy food, even to the point at which their eyes start tearing up, are most likely looking for intensity and action in their lives. I hate spicy food. I don't even like the slight feeling of a burning sensation. I don't want to be in pain while I'm eating. So that's true. I think that's true. I'm not a super adventurous person. So that makes sense for me. So Sam, do you crave intensity and action in your life? I'm just curious based on what this says. Is it Elam? Is that your name? Welcome. Thank you for joining. They said people who love spicy food, they love to be on the go, movies, traveling to distant countries, exploring restaurants. And when they haven't made time to do these things, spicy foods become the option to get them going. And then it gives an alternative, and it says if you're craving spicy, try stepping out there and taking a dance class that you haven't tried, Zumba, or venturing out to the latest action movie instead of overly consuming spicy food. I thought that was cool. What else? Where's my mouse? They even break the sweets down into baked sweets, into, what else is it? Chocolate, ice cream. Oh, and so, I think somebody said something about crunchy or crispy foods. It said those people are saying like, hey, look at me. I want attention. I don't know if I agree with that because sometimes I like a crunch. But I'm the opposite. I don't like attention. Okay, that's not for me. So I'm definitely not the big crispy food person. Said they might want a pat on the back, and they might get angry and want to snap back if you don't pay them attention. Let's see. Trisha said she hates spicy food too. Trisha, we are aligned on a lot of things. I was kind of tomboyish as a girl. I'm not overly like, what's the word? Like I'm low key like you, Trisha. We align on a lot of stuff. Mustafa, welcome. Not sure what you're saying, but welcome. Trisha, you crave salty. Okay, for salty food, you already know this, but we'll share with everybody else. It says salty means it don't really. I'm gonna just tell y'all what it says. It said when we eat lots of salt, we move the water in our body. Salt is like a magnet for movement and flow, which is important for helping people to go with the flow of life and relax. So I guess if you're craving salty, that means you need to chill out. It says an alternative to eating too much salt is find ways you can sink into the moments of life and reflect. Deep breathing, running, meditating, watercolor painting, using the water to flow with your creativity. Hey, Jeffrey, welcome. Thank you for joining. Hey, I'm not like, okay. Mouse. I don't know what that says. I don't know what that means, Mustafa. Where are you from? That's just a repeat comment. Yeah. Basically, Trisha. Okay, here's one. I found this interesting. Caffeine. It says if you crave caffeine, you want to be in the midst of it all, absorbing all the information you can, trying to remember it so it can be at the forefront. And it's basically causing mental juggling and mental exhaustion. Caffeine gives a false impression of keeping it all together and being mentally sharp, but really it exhausts us further, especially in excessive amounts. I haven't ever been a caffeine craver. I used to love Mountain Dew, so I don't know if that was a phase or not. But I stopped drinking soda like years ago. I've never been a coffee drinker. I like tea, but I don't drink a lot of sweetened beverages at all anymore. Juice, none of that stuff really. Um, but that's true for caffeine. It dehydrates you for sure. I was going to say something. I was really into pre-workout, but then I started to become sensitive to it, so I just stopped drinking that too altogether. So caffeine is not or never was a big one for me. But y'all, I love chocolate. Chocolate is life. It says chocolate enables us to be blanketed with a feel-good, in-love feeling. Didn't I just say I was addicted to sugar, y'all? And then a deeper level is chocolate, and this is spot on. It actually contains compounds that change our brain activity, so it's no surprise that we have these feelings. Yeah. It says instead of eating chocolate, take a deep breath and reflect. I'm probably going to eat the chocolate. And it said maybe you need to get or give a hug the next time this craving hits. What if nobody's around and the deep breathing and the meditating don't work? Hey Lala, welcome. Thank you for joining. I was just talking about you earlier in my live earlier, where I was saying it still cracks me up that you do cardio while you're doing cardio. Like I love your energy, Lala, for real. I need to be on your whatever it is you own, cause I'm doing better. My energy levels are coming back up, but your energy levels are next level. Hey John, welcome. Thank you for joining and welcome. What does that mean? 1,000 pounds. Hey boss lady, welcome and thank you for joining. I was just talking about how I found it so interesting that so interesting from my last therapy session, how my therapist just kind of brought the connection between my sugar cravings and like my need for love and just positivity and just a loving, positive environment all the time. She said I'm craving it because I'm craving love, and I've always been like that. So that really explained it and kind of brought clarity to me about why, so I can stop soothing myself or emotionally eating sugar and either get or give a hug like this just said, or do something else, go exercise, just do something to distract myself. So what are y'all's cravings, or do y'all have cravings? Because I pulled up this website that kind of explains some of it. It says the same thing about soft feeling starches like bread, pasta, rice. I love all of those. Yeah, okay. I did a juice fast. She crushed my cravings. What were they before your juice fast, Lala? I'm a foodie and I emotionally relate that to being in love. That is true. That is absolutely true, Lala. That you could be deficient in some nutrients. Could be an emotional trigger. Reefer and okay. You know what? I don't think alcohol is on this list. Neither one of those are on here. So, okay, y'all, what do y'all think it means if you are craving ice cream? I want to see if anybody can guess that one. Because I never would have thought. I don't crave ice cream. It happens more often than not in the summer. But what do y'all think it means if you are craving ice cream? I'm going to see if anybody gets it. Nope. That's not it, Lala. I'm going to wait a little bit longer and see if anybody throws in any guesses about what it means to crave ice cream. And reading it, like, it makes sense. Hey, Seneca, welcome. Thank you for joining. Needing intimacy. That's not it, boss lady. Unfortunately, that's not even close. Comfort, home, nope. You nailed it, Lala. You nailed it. It says, our connection with ice cream often takes us back to childhood and memories of the summer. It imparts a feeling of freedom and being carefree. So when we're feeling hurt, we start eating ice cream. And that is exactly right. That I crave ice cream in the summer, but I didn't realize it wasn't just because it's hot. It childhood for sure. I had a good one. I was one of those kids that was outside all the time, playing, riding my bike all over the place. So yeah, that's what it was for ice cream. Good job, Lala. Anybody in here crave cheese? Hey, Lily, welcome. Thank you for joining. Anybody crave cheese? I randomly have cheese cravings. I love cheese. Even plant-based cheese. Like, I found some really good ones. But Lily, we're talking about cravings and what they mean in like the emotional or psychological connection to the craving. I'm just not even going to acknowledge that comment. I am actually doing a 21-day cleanse right now, Lala. I'm on day 5, but I may do one. I may do one next quarter or maybe end of the summer. Or before then, if my energy levels aren't where I want them to be, I may do this, take a break, and then do a juice cleanse. Lily, you love cheese. Okay. Well, it says cheese means that you have mother issues. It says for those with any mother issues in your life, whether over mothering or needing mothering, cheese has probably been calling out to you. When you need to be nourished both physically and emotionally, it makes sense that we crave cheese. Cheese is made from milk, essence of maternal nourishment, provides grounding, earthy protein to keep us anchored into the human body. So you do. I crave cheese. I love cheese and I crave it randomly. I definitely don't need mothering. I think I over mothered a little bit. Yeah, I did. Thinking about my daughter, I did. I wasn't a helicopter parent. I don't know what to call it. But I did unknowingly do some things as a mother that I didn't realize I was doing that was hindering my daughter. Hey, Danielle, welcome. Thank you for joining. Oh, you're the perfect person for this conversation. But no worries, Danielle. Thank you for dropping in. I've heard that dairy makes us produce mucus. But Danielle, we're just talking about what my therapist told me that my sugar cravings meant, which was that I was craving love. And she was correct because I've been like that all my life. So I hopped on here to ask everybody what their cravings were and to talk about what I found on this website that says they all mean. The emotional connection to it. And let's see, we did cheese, ice cream, starches, chocolate, crunchy, caffeine, salty, spicy. I kind of cover baked sweets because it's still a craving. I mean, a sugar. I know that's right, Lala. Same here. Dairy definitely creates mucus. I learned that going through my infertility for 12. Okay. Yeah, it does. And sometimes when I consume something that has dairy in it, which is usually around the holidays, I will get a little mucus like in the back of my throat, like the next day. Crave like a pregnant woman every day, different from my crazy self. But are you pregnant, boss lady? I'm assuming you're saying you're not. You just have cravings like pregnant women, but think of cheese like boogers. That sounds disgusting. That, yeah. I should think of everything like boogers. Anything sugar related. But the other thing is said about sweet craving, people with sweet cravings, is these people are often working too long and hard, moving from one to-do list item to another and feeling exhausted. And they feel like they aren't experiencing enough joy because it's evaporated into their daily grind. Yeah, that is definitely me sometimes. Lights up the same parts of the brain as addiction. Yes, it does. And I have grown up around sugar addicts. So in my environment plus my own, want for love and loving relationships and working too hard and too long, trying to get through to-do lists, one for work today. Yep. But being on this cleanse, like, I'm not craving anything right now. I just ate. This bowl was pretty much full of salad. Why? I'm about to juice in a few, prepping yellow watermelon. I've never had yellow watermelon. How does that taste, Lala? Hey, low carb queen. Welcome. You didn't come in at the wrong time. This might be helpful for you. When I have juiced, I know that question is for Lala, but when I have juiced watermelon, I don't take the seeds out. I just cut it up and then just drop it in the juicer. But mine is one of those slow ones that turns so it stuff doesn't get stuck too hard, too bad. Excuse me, in there, in my juicer. I don't know how that would affect other juicers, but tastes like honey. Okay, throw it all in there. Seeds come out the pulp. Anywho, yep. Same for me, Lala. It tastes like honey. Well, I'm gonna have to try one of them. They have plenty of the red watermelons here, the regular ones. I'm gonna have to see if I can find a golden one and try that when I decide to juice. What do I have? Lala says she has a Nama J2. I think it's a Ninja, but it's not the one with like the blade. It was one of the more expensive ones. I can't think of the name of it. You were definitely in my house. If you can't say amen, say Listen, this is also to maybe help y'all connect some dots that maybe you never thought about, just like I didn't. I never equated my sugar cravings to my emotional want of love. And I'm big on that in relationships. I don't like arguing. I just want us to love each other all the time. like all the time, and that's not realistic. And I don't need to go eat cookies because I'm not getting it 24/7 like I would prefer. Like, that doesn't make sense. That's not gonna work, and it's not working. So yeah. Hey Cheese World, welcome. Thank you for joining. Not gonna lie to you. I'm not coming to Philly. Don't know if I ever will. Where are you going next, Cheese World? You should leave Philly. Cheese enters the chat. And listen, Cheese. You know what cheese cravings equate to? People with mothering issues, according to this article. Do you have mothering issues, Cheese World? Never Faith. Wow, don't do us like that. Wait, what did I say, Danielle? I done forgot that quick, Danielle. What did I say? I don't remember. Well, that's good. Where did your channel name come from? I'm always curious when new people come in the chat and, say things like you said out of nowhere. I'll be curious about how you came up with your channel name. Welcome back, Trish. Oh. I need to have a reason to come. How's the plant-based scene in Philly? And then I don't like cold weather. What are the attractions in Philly? I know y'all have NFL team. Y'all have, what else? Y'all have an NBA team? Yeah, y'all probably got an NBA team. I can't think right now. I'm not going to say never. It's just not in my plans. And I can't go anywhere where I can't eat. Cheesesteaks. What about cheesesteaks, Lala? But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to share, and I thought that was really interesting. And I was trying to finish up my work day, and I was like, let me just get on here and chat about that real quick and share. I'm all right, y'all, but I be needing therapy. She gives me a lot of insight, and she helps me figure out what am I trying to say? She helps me understand why I do, or why I react to certain things the way that I react. Like, it'd be like light bulbs going off every session. Lord, we have more than cheesesteak. Get you a water ice? What is that? Okay, Lala, I get it now. Listen, I would be interested in a cheesesteak if it's plant-based. And I have made them, so I know it's possible. It's possible to have a plant-based cheesesteak and it be just as delicious or more delicious than, the regular ones. Water ice, but that is not how we say it. We say, oh, water. Okay, water ice, but y'all say water ice. Got it. Got it. Yeah. Philly is known for cheesesteaks, yes. And it's not far from New York either, so it might be a good idea to visit Philly and maybe like have a day in New York. I don't know that I want to stay in New York though. It's just, I don't know. New York feels and seems like a lot. Where is Stash? Is Stash in here? Stash still in here, should I say. I'm sorry, I was just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything for work. I got 20? No, I don't have 20 minutes. Yes, I do. I got 23 minutes. I might. I know it'll definitely have to be when it's warm out. Because I can't do the cold. I don't even like when it gets cold here. But it'd be a different level type of cold on the East Coast. Y'all be having feet of snow. The part about the to-do list, hold on just a second, low carb queen. Hello, Abdul, welcome. Thank you for joining from NYC, and Philly is up the street. They definitely have better food than us. Okay. And I know New York has a vegan scene because I know it's a slutty vegan there. So I know, you know, there's a market. Going in the background, Facebook, keeping you up. Thank you, Danielle. Appreciate you, love. Okay, low carb queen. It says under this category is for baked sweets like pastries, cakes, pies, etc. These people are often working too long and hard, moving from one to-do list item to another and feeling exhausted. The real reason for this craving is they aren't experiencing enough joy. It's evaporated into their daily grind. And I can 10,000% relate to that. It says instead, find an activity you enjoy and indulge for 30 minutes per day. Try walking in the park, reading a good book, treating yourself to a massage. And once you begin to let yourself have joy in life and other things, you won't hunt for it in sweet foods to do the trick. So yeah, I think that is spot on. What you doing eating all this vegan food? We black, we need to eat. No, sir, we don't. Because we be diabetic and have high blood pressure and strokes. I have someone in my circle who has had 4 strokes. 4 in the last few months. Not 1, 4. I be eating and I need to stop. And I have stopped. You're welcome, low carb queen. So yeah, no, we don't need to eat. We don't need to eat, Abdul. I wish, and a lot of us do, but we shouldn't. We should actually be eating like kid portions of food. Like those are the correct portions that we feed our kids. Like America is just jacked. Hey, they have messed us all up with the portions. Think about just crumble cookies. One cookie is really like 4 servings. I think they sell the minis now or whatever, but one cookie is for 4 people. I went to Mexico. The servings were perfect. I initially looking at it, I was like, what is this? This is not enough food. But it was plenty of food. Like the portions were proper portions. Yes. Because you can buy the little thing that can cut up the cookie into the right portions. If you look at on their website, at their nutritional info, you'll see one cookie is for 4 people. It's ridiculous. And y'all, the stuff is killing us and we know it. But again, because of our cravings and the emotional tie of whatever the craving means, or nutritional deficiency, we be sick. We be real sick, y'all. We be getting disease after disease that we can prevent. But to me, it's not just one thing. It's a whole thing, a whole list of things that we need to do, because one of them being off affects everything else. And from years of being like a fitness coach and stuff like that, and research and all that, the number one thing we don't get enough of is sleep, and we are overstressed. Overstressed, overstimulated all the time. Overworked. Then, you know, we're parents or we're married. You have a full-time job. You have a side hustle. Like for me, it's YouTube. Like one thing affects the next, and then before you know it, everything is off track and you just doing what you can to get through the day. How do I know? Because it me. And I know all of us work hard to try to find some kind of balance, but y'all know it's hard. It's hard. I'm an empty nester. and I still struggle. I still don't get to sleep like I should. Things change. Like, it's like food. Y'all know. It's all a snowball effect. One thing affects the other. I'm just going to say 007. Welcome. Thank you for joining. And thank you so much for the kind compliment. I'm assuming you're a Titanic fan. The movie, maybe. Am I reading into that right? Rose didn't die. But anyway, I'm just trying to get through these last 17 minutes of my workday. And I wanted to, again, just share that because I thought it was really interesting. Is there anybody who joined later and y'all want to know what your cravings could mean? Salty, sweet, spicy, caffeine, crunchy foods, chocolate, ice cream, cheese. Hello, Turtle Haven. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I think I know what your comment means, but I'm not going to entertain it. But nonetheless, thank you for joining. Welcome. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. Check out some of my content and let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you're also a fellow content creator. What is this? Okay, nothing. But yeah, I was going to make this a self-care weekend. I don't know if I might. I'll decide by the time. I'll decide if I can book a massage tomorrow. If I can get that booked, then I'll make it a whole self-care weekend. You came here because of one of my... Oh, nice. Thank you. Which one? But sad news, Turtle Haven. I will be, over the next several months, getting rid of these. That's the one good thing that I know about myself. When I do lose weight, these pretty much will disappear. So I'm excited about that, and so is my back. 25th like Matt. Well, thank you so much, 007. I appreciate that. But if I can book a massage tomorrow, then I'm going to do that. And she also told me that my energy, my low energy and things like that were giving that I was, I think she used the words backed up. And she was like, go get a lymphatic massage. And she told me to get a colonic. I'm choosing option 1. This cleanse is taking care of option number 2. And I also have my my little vibrating machine over here. So I'm gonna get on that today too. When I get off of here. But if I can book that massage tomorrow, I'm gonna do that. I'm going to get a pedicure. I'll probably just do some press-on nails. Probably wash my hair and go get my eyebrows done. If I can't book it tomorrow, I'll book it next weekend, and then I'll make that a whole video. But if not, I'll just be editing and then hanging out with my dad on Sunday and editing, if I didn't say that already. But yeah, she told me I needed a lymphatic massage because that will help flush toxins out and help with my energy levels, which makes sense. So I've been having like neck and shoulder pain, upper back pain. I know there's nothing but my back muscles being too tight from stress. But I don't know, I'm just a work in progress always, just trying to do better. Just trying to feel better and not, as I age, I don't want to be a burden to my daughter. I don't want to be a burden to her as I get older, because it's it's not fun watching your parents and your elders start to deteriorate as they age. But I also know that it doesn't have to, like, I don't have to be stricken with, horrible diseases and all of that kind of stuff. Like, I can take care of myself to where I can also enjoy the rest of my time here on earth. Hey, Houseplant, welcome and thank you for joining. Welcome from India. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's one, and I don't want to be in nursing homes and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not even mad about these assisted living communities or facilities. They be nice. They be real nice. Thank you for being number 27. I'm gonna either stay on here until 30 likes or until 5 o'clock. I am from the US. I'm in Tennessee. Have you ever been to Tennessee, Houseplant? I have not been to India, but I have a lot of coworkers that are super cool, and I know they go back for like a month at a time sometimes. They are some of the smartest people I have ever worked with. And some of the nicest people I've ever met. So, me and India are cool like that. Y'all are very, very interesting. Very interesting. Only thing I can't do is eat Indian food because my stomach doesn't like it. I know y'all do a lot of like spices and things like that, but my digestive system cannot take it. Speaking of, I need to order I can't think of the name of I need to order some L-glutamine. And that might be why I've been having more issues than not lately. Is because I stopped taking it and I forgot to reorder some, but L-glutamine basically helps rebuild the lining of your stomach. And I have one. That's not the main thing it does. It's just helpful with gut health, period. Yeah, I can't do spicy. Oh my goodness. We're not showing that. Well, YouTube is pushing my channel out. It's pushing my live out because some of these comments that I'm hiding, y'all. But it's cool though. I promise it is. It's all good. Oh, you were just joking. Okay. But question, what makes you joke about that? Yes, I love color. I love bright color, especially in the summer. And I put this hat on today because every morning our team has a stand up, and if you're working from home, you have to turn your camera on. And so it's time for me to wash my hair and get it done. So I threw this hat on, and then I found this dress. I was looking for something, and I found this dress, and then I realized that they matched. So I just threw this on today. I was not intending on wearing yellow today. I'm nervous about visiting India, but I'm not gonna say never. I take back saying I would never visit Philly. Bonjour, welcome and thank you for joining, but really, I would really love to know the psyche behind the trolls that come on and ask the questions that they ask. Like, I want to know if y'all have like a certain look, if y'all in a certain location, like your life experiences, your age. Seneca, I've been to Chicago. Yes, I saw that 007 condolences. I just say that was, God's will be done in certain situations. There's, we don't understand it, and it's not for us to understand sometimes, but definitely condolences to all those people and their families who did not make it out of that crash. I've thought about Rwanda or Kenya. Why am I nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous, house plan. House plan. You're welcome, low carb queen. So glad it was helpful. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a good weekend. No BBWs and big backs. You're 52. Okay. That's not old. That is not old. I am just 46. 40s are not old. People, it used to be old. It used to seem old. I'll say that. But these days, no. 40s and 50s to me is not old anymore. You just have to be way more intentional about taking care of yourself. Because that's when disease and things really start. Because whatever you've been doing up to your 40s is going to start manifesting. And the same thing you did in your 40s is going to manifest in your 50s. So you have to be really intentional about taking care of yourself. Listen to all the cues your body is giving you. It's not just, having a random ache and pain you've never felt before for no reason. Oh, you're an architect. That's cool. Well, that makes sense, but because your channel name is House Plan. Do you do residential, commercial, or do you do all of it? Hey, Sandra, my sister, welcome. Thank you for joining. I'm not going to be on here too much longer. I've been on here almost an hour. And my good name is Rohit Kumar. Okay. Did I pronounce that right, house plan? Am I dating? No, I am not, Abdul. I'm also an avid runner, 10K. Okay. And half marathons. Okay. Have you ever run the St. Jude Marathon in Memphis? Commercial and residential. Okay. I love, and my girl Trish is on here too. We love touring new construction homes. I love touring new construction expensive homes. I went to one, and I went to a home show in May. That was really, really good. I actually saved a live of that home show that I went to back in May. If you want to check that out, house plan. Some really, really nice homes. I think they were all 2 million plus. Hey, Shelly Love. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hello, Julina. Ah, Australia. That was horrible. It's your birthday. Well, happy birthday, Julina. Happy, happy birthday. Thank you for joining. What do you mean, really? If you're asking about the home tours, yes, absolutely. Hello, Unique. Welcome. Thank you for joining. You're welcome, Julina. Am I pronouncing your name right, Julina? Okay, cool. I love this. We got people from all over the world in here. Australia, India. What's my guy's name? I forgot his name. He's not in Russia, but he's from Russia. This is pretty cool. Well, thank you so much, Julina. I'm glad you enjoy it. I might do a Mount Kilimanjaro hike this year located in Tanzania. Okay. That sounds pretty cool. Hey, Dissenta. I've been wondering where my girl is, but I know you've been taking care of yourself and handling business. But I'm glad to see you in the chat. Nothing new here. I was just sharing how my therapist explained to me why I crave sugar and why they're so intense at times And it's because I crave love, which is true. I've been like that all my life. And I self-soothe with sugar. And then this article also said, sweet cravings come from people who often work too long and hard and move from one to-do list item to another, and you feel exhausted and you don't have any joy in your life, so you get that feeling from eating sugary foods. My day has been great, Shelly. So good. I woke up to a total of almost a 4-pound weight loss since Monday. So that was the greatest start to my day because I've been struggling for so long. You know, you've been watching my vlogs and stuff, but finally see a number I haven't seen since sometime in last year. So I'm super motivated. How have you been? How's your day been, Shelly? How's everybody's day been? I'm OG from Mexico. I moved to Australia. Okay. So which one do you like better, Mexico or Australia? Did you move for a job? My profession, house plans, I work in tech. I work in IT. Isn't it the center? What's your craving? And I'll tell you what this article says if you have any cravings. I know you've been on your fitness and health and stuff in your journey postpartum. So let me know if you have any cravings and I'll tell you what this article says about it. I guess that's why I love beautiful, sweet black women. Maybe so. Oh, she not dating. Come to the East Coast and deal with. Oh, no. No, thank you. I don't want to deal with nobody's son. I'm cool. I promise. Congrats to you. You're doing the thing. I'm trying, girl. I am trying. My main goal is just to feel better and reduce and get rid of inflammation. I think those are my two biggest things. And getting better sleep. And helping out my little crazy hormones. Hey, Neri. Welcome. Thank you for joining. My day being is amazing. Thank you. You're welcome. I love that for you, Shelly. All right, house plan. Thank you for joining. Have a great night. Neri, check out my last, let me show y'all what Neri said. Check out my last long form video where I'm cleaning, and that will answer that question for you. You loved Mexico. Okay. Yes, I don't know when I'm gonna go live next. Mine are always random. But I hope to see you in the next one, house plan. Thank you for joining. You have a great night. Sometimes I have sugar and salt craving at the same time. It doesn't say anything about when you have both, but you just heard what the sugary one means. Salt, you need to relax. You're stressed and you need to relax when you're craving salt. It says when we eat lots of salt, we move the water in our body. Salt is like a magnet for movement and flow, which is important for helping people to go with the flow of life and relax. It says alternative ways to help with the salty craving is deep breathing, running, or meditating, or painting with watercolors. So you want love and you are stressed. If that's what you are dealing with, the center. Yeah, it's crazy, right? We don't think about it. And Lala mentioned earlier, it could be vitamin deficiency or whatever, which is true. Because if this is how you're eating, you're not getting anything nutritious. You're going to be deficient. So it all makes sense. Hey, Journey, welcome. Thank you for joining. Great to catch up live. What news do you have, Jelena? Yeah, thank you for catching the live. I actually planned to be off of here like 2 minutes ago because I'm done with work. Hold on, y'all. Let me shut down my computer so people will know I'm out of there. Yeah, that's not happening today. Sleep. That's done. It's the weekend, baby. It's the weekend. I just gotta call my mom. Just got, If that's true, Jelena, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah. Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad they caught it at stage 2, and I pray it doesn't progress and that her treatments heal her and that she becomes cancer free for the rest of her life. I used to paint and meditate, and I can feel myself off it if I skip a day that I don't. Yep. It's a whole lot of stuff that I ain't been doing that I used to do, and my body is in chaos. So I think what I'm gonna do also for a vlog is film a week of me getting my life together. It won't be, work won't be included. It'll just be, I think I'm gonna try to get up and work out before work and just show kind of my routine that's helping me get my life together. I may need to do that like the last week of this cleanse because I'm still adjusting because it's just day 5. I gotta go. So nice catching up. Yes, thank you, Julina. Have a good night. Prayers up for your mom. Faith, we need to deep dive into this. Trisha was on here earlier, and she was saying she did a whole video about this on her old channel. But yes, it's true. It's crazy. And it's, I thought it was so interesting and very enlightening. Caffeine says, if you have caffeine cravings, you're basically dealing with mental exhaustion, but you're kind of obsessed with trying to remember and absorb information, and you're trying to keep it together. So that's what happens when you have that caffeine craving. It said instead to drink a fizzy drink, give your mind a break and get some extra rest, take a nap, go to bed early, and it says then you'll be able to concentrate. Crunchy Foods is screaming, look at me. You want attention, basically. You want somebody to give you praise and a pat on the back. And this says, write in a journal. Try to express what you've been bottling up in a manner that's a win-win for all. If you are the crunchy craving person. Chocolate says you just want to feel good. Yep, that's me. And it says, alternatively, take a deep breath. If you want starchy foods, bread, pasta, rice, it means you want hugs, you want love, hand holding. Instead of bread, talk to a friend or join a support group. Ice cream is, if you're craving ice cream, it's because it takes us back to childhood and good memories. And it's the feeling, it's the feeling of freedom and being carefree. And ice cream is one of the things you turn to when you feel hurt, which makes sense because they put it in all the movies. Like if we go through breakups, they showing us on the couch with the whole thing of ice cream and a spoon. So yeah, that makes sense. And the last one on here is cheese. If you're craving cheese, it's because you are dealing with mother issues, whether you're over mothering or you need mothering. Cheese is what you will crave. And I love cheese. But I don't have to have it all the times, but sometimes I crave it. But I think that's from over mothering from my perspective. So that makes sense too. They says cheese is made from milk, essence of maternal nourishment. It provides grounding, earthy protein to keep us anchored into the human body. So that makes sense. That makes sense. Let me go back on the chat. I need to breathe, like let it all out. Yep. And y'all don't be afraid to cry. It's an outlet for the body. It's a way to get things out. Now, if you're excessively crying, then you may need some more help. But if you're not like somebody who cries all the time, you just overstressed and you get overwhelmed, and that's the feeling that comes up, don't hold it. Like, let it out, and I promise you're going to feel better. What you think about juice and soda? Are those calories bad? Yes, they are, Cheese World. Fresh juice, no, but you still have to be careful if you're using like the sweeter or high sugar fruits, because it can still have adverse effects like spiking your blood sugar and stuff like that. They say to eat the fruit rather than juice it, but you know, you can dilute it. I think that's a better way to consume juice, is if you dilute it. But soda is absolutely bad. Don't drink soda. Why do they do crunchy food like that? So you want some attention? Chocolate, yes, yep. Danielle was on her earlier, and she said it affects the part of the brain where addiction is, and that's so true. Ah, Rigo, whatever your name is. There are plenty out there. You don't need mine. God bless this channel and its growth. Thank you, Journey. God bless Faith and all that concerns her. Bless the work of her hands and the oath her feet travel. Amen. I received that, Journey. Amen. Thank you. That made my afternoon. Wait, what does that say? Descend to wait. Okay. You threw a K in there by mistake, I'm sure. Cheese. Yep. Read cheese again. Okay. For those with any mother issues in your life, whether over-mothering or needing mothering, cheese has probably been calling out to you. When we need to be nourished both physically and emotionally, it makes sense that we crave cheese. Cheese is made from milk, the essence of maternal nourishment. Cheese provides a grounding, earthy protein to keep us anchored into the human body. And it says alternatives. Do you need some nurturing and connection? Find a community that's meaningful for you. Create a space within a personal tribe where you feel safe to express yourself and share your inner thoughts. Hello, Eldami. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Welcome from Germany. I have a niece and a nephew over there. Hey, Sam. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Do you have any disposable gloves? Yes, I do. Why do you need to know that, Sam? Just curious. No one's ever asked me if I had gloves. Hi, Hannah. Welcome and thank you for joining. Sam, go everywhere, Journey. You just love gloves. Okay, my channel's about gloves, and I like to stay and watch the live stream if people wear disposable gloves. Interesting. I mean, everybody has their thing. I'm not going to knock it, you know. I don't have a thing like that. You're trying to find a mom group to join. Okay. Yeah, I could tell from I think your last couple of vlogs descend to that. You were craving finding and getting back to yourself. So yeah, I could see you wanting to find a mom group. My two favorite words in Germany are, I can't pronounce that. And plus, I don't know what that means. You're not going to trick me, Eldami, or Demi. Faith, you are speaking to a person who loves gloves, and there are a lot. Yeah. And then school's out, so it's summer. So, you know, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more on here than normally are with school being out. Hello, McCory. Welcome, and thank you for joining. Kenya, love it. Kenya is in the house. Yeah, I like I said, I wasn't going to do that because I feel like it was a setup. Hi, Silva. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I'm from the U.S. Where are you from? What am I doing this weekend? If I can't book a massage, a lymphatic massage tomorrow, then I'm just going to spend the weekend editing and some time with my dad on Sunday. I'm going to do Sunday with my dad anyway. But if I can get it booked, then I'm going to do a self-care weekend. I'm going to get my eyebrows done. I'm going to wash my hair. I'm going to put some nails done on. I'm going to get a pedicure. So that will be my weekend. I'll film like a self-care vlog or something like that. You're from France. Nice. Is it hot over there right now, Sybil? Sybil. Let me know if I'm pronouncing it right or wrong. I apologize. But that's what I am doing. Gonna hang out with my dad a little bit, love on him. He just lost his older brother last week, so he needs a little extra love and hugs and stuff right now. So all here visiting from other countries and such, please thumbs up the live. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Journey. So kind of you. I do put the poll, so hopefully they're able to see and read that. Seabell. Okay. Seabell. Got it. Thank you. Because I think it's in like a minimal level of respect you can have for people is if you pronounce their name correctly. So I like to try to make sure I do that. But yeah, that'll be my weekend. I'm going to leave here in a few minutes and go and try to find a couple of Father's Day gifts. Because I just remember earlier that Father's Day was Sunday. Y'all, we do not hype up Father's Day the way we do Mother's Day. And some of them deserve the same hype. I'm not even going to say not a lot of them. Not all of them. Some of them don't deserve even a look in their direction, let alone a happy Father's Day. But y'all, I'm about to hop off of here. I've been on here 72, almost 73 minutes. What's that, an hour and almost 15 minutes? Chat. Family, stay consistent and healthy, and always remember no weapons formed against you shall prosper. And always remember to stay connected to God. Your faith and patience is a virtue. Yes, thank you, Time. Welcome and thank you for joining. True about it. Yep. We be like, okay, happy Father's Day. Here go a little meal or something. So to hear about your, thank you, Decenta. I appreciate that. Journey, were you in Time in the same live before this one? Thank you, Decenta. Everybody have a great weekend. I don't plan to be back on live this weekend. But if I am, I don't know. We'll see. I probably won't be, though, because I need to edit. So, Journey Mirrors, you are a blessing. Tell Blue that y'all are so kind. But yeah, I'm going to hop off here. Y'all have a great weekend. And if you don't see me in another live over the weekend, you'll definitely be getting a vlog. So you'll see me there. So thank y'all for joining, hanging out with me. And yeah, have a blessed one, y'all. See y'all on the next one. Have a blessed one.